Welcome to another live feed on Shopping's YouTube channel. Let's get into it. The top 50 most dynamic duels in sports history started yesterday with Lou Gehrig and Babe Ruth, teaming on with Jimmy Fox and Al Simmons. Now, they played together with the Philadelphia Athletics. They didn't receive as much media attention like Lou Gehrig and Babe Ruth did. However, Fox and Simmons were both among the greatest hitters of all time. They rivaled Ruth and Gehrig as the most productive offensive tandem in baseball from 1929 to 1932. The two Philadelphia Sluggers served as the primary offensive threats for a truly great athletics team, capturing 3 straight American League pennants and 2 World Series championships from 1929 to 1931, ending in the process years of frustration for Philadelphia fans. Connie Mack was a manager and owner of the A's of Philadelphia, created something of a dynasty in the city of Philadelphia during the second decade of the 20th century. After capturing the American League pennant in 1902 and 1905, Mack Athletics won 4 more pennants and 3 world championships between 1910 and 1914. Mack decided to part ways with most of his players after the team surprisingly lost the 1914 World Series to the light-hitting Boston Braves. Star pitchers like Eddie Plank and Chief Bender were allowed to sign with the newly formed Federal League. Hall of Fame third baseman Frank Home Run Baker sat out the 1915 season over a contract dispute before eventually being sold to the Yankees. Penurious Mack continued to break up his $100,000 infield when he sold 1914 American League MVP Eddie Collins to the Chicago White Sox. Mack's frugal ways turned a once proud franchise to a livestock American League. Philadelphia finished last in the American League standings each year from 1915 to 1921, failing to win more than 55 games. Any of those seasons, and compiling fewer than 40 victories on 2 occasions. The A's improved slightly in 1922, winning 65 games, finishing 7th in the 8-team league. They ascended to 6th place the following season, posting a total of 69 victories. But it was mostly the horrible play of the Boston Red Sox and Chicago White Sox that enabled Philadelphia to climb out of the AL cellar, to sell Babe Ruth to the Yankees, and subsequent distribution of the most of the other top players to contending teams, completely decimated the Red Sox. So it took the White Sox years to recover after many of the best players were banished from baseball due to throwing the 1919 World Series between them and the Cincinnati Reds. Let's get to the gist of why Simmons and Fox were so great together as a tandem. Simmons had 24 home runs, 129 RBIs, 122 runs scored, 43 doubles, with a batting average of 387, leading the loop with 253 hits, and a 599 slugging percentage, 392 total bases. He finished second place in MVP voting. Then you got Simmons. The following year, 1926, had 19 homers, 109 runs driven in, 90 scored for his run score, 341 batting average. Philadelphia finished third in the American League, only 6 games behind the first place Yankees. Simmons placed 7th in the MVP balloting. Thanks for hitting the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. 1927, physical elements limited Simmons to just 160 games, 406 official at bats, but he still is able to knock in 108 runs. And bat 302, 392. Despite winning 91 games, Athletics finished second, 19 games behind the pennant-winning Yankees, who compiled one of the greatest seasons in baseball history. Simmons drove in 107 runs in 1928, batting 351. Meanwhile, Jimmy Fox played in 118 games from first base to third base for the Athletics in 1928, driving in 79 runs, 85 runs scored, just 400 official plate appearances, and he batted 327. So Fox and Simmons both finished among the league leaders in home runs, RBIs, and slugging percentage for all 4 years, from 1929 to 1932. Jimmie Foxx had 33 home runs, 118 RBIs, 123 runs scored, 354 batting average, 463 on base percentage, 625 slugging percentage. Al Simmons had 34 home runs, 157 RBIs, 114 runs, 65 average, 398 on base percentage, 642 slugging percentage. 1930, Jimmie Foxx had 37 home runs, 156 RBIs, 127 runs, 335 average, 429 on base percentage, 637 slugging percentage. Al Simmons, 36 home runs, 165 RBIs, 152 runs, 181 batting average, 423 on base percentage, 708 slugging percentage. Jimmie Foxx in 1931 had 30 home runs, 120 RBIs, 93 runs, and 291 batting average, 380 on base percentage, 567 slugging percentage. Al Simmons, 22 home runs, 128 RBIs, 101 runs scored, 390 average, 444 on base percentage, 641 slugging percentage. 1932, Jimmie Foxx, 58 home runs, 169 RBIs, 151 runs, 64 average, 469 on base percentage, 749 slugging percentage. Al Simmons, 35 home runs, 151 RBIs, 144 runs, 322 average, 368 on base percentage, 548 slugging percentage. So they both finished among the league leaders in home runs, run batted in, slugging percentage all 4 years. So they dominated, you know what I'm saying? It speaks for itself about what they did, how great they were. Fox, he was a dominant hitter in 1932. He won the Triple Crown, his first MVP. Fox and Simmons were at their best. So they were at their best, man, that season. First and second in the league, runs batted in, runs scored, plays in first, third, rankings, home run, total bases. So the A's became the baseball's dominant team during that period. From 1929, 1930, 1931. They won the World Series back-to-back in 1929, 1930. Fox batted 350, hit 2 home runs, knocked in 5 runs, scored 5 others in Fall Classic. Again, they were just dominant in what they did. You know, they won 107 games, 1931. A great team. Just talking about how great they were, you know, as a tandem. You know, as to say, as a duo. They rivaled Ruth and Garrett, but they just didn't get that same, you know, attention, exposure like them. The media attention aspect. That's what they lacked. They were great though. They were great with what they did. Jimmie Foxx and Al Simmons were both full-time players on the Athletics for 5 seasons. In their 4 peak years together, they averaged 71 home runs, 291 runs batted in, 252 runs scored between them. They also led their team to 3 pennants, 2 world championships. Had they spent more time together, the two sluggers would have mounted a serious challenge to Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig as the most formidable twosome in baseball history. Fox ended his career with only Babe Ruth with 534 home runs, compiled 1,922 RBIs, 1,751 runs scored, 2,646 hits, a 325 batting average, and they won 3 MVPs. Simmons had 307 home runs, 1,827 runs batted in, 1,007 runs scored, 2009, 27 hits. 334 lifetime batting average. Career on base percentage of 380. And a 535 lifetime slugging percentage. So Monday I'll be on talking about Hank Aaron, Eddie Matthews, Chapter 3 from this 50 most dynamic duos in sports history. And so I'll be doing something else pretty shortly, another live feed. Thanks for tuning in. Be back soon.